What's up, guys? So, True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. This video is the preview for Saturday, March 13th on DAZN. DAZN has a big main event coming, rematch between Juan Francisco Estrada against Roman Choclatito Gonzalez, and a much anticipated rematch from 2012. Now we'll get into that in a minute, but but guys, again, True Boxing, I appreciate you guys. If you like my videos, thumbs up, thumbs down. If you don't like it, I appreciate the honesty. That goes for comments too. Leave me a positive, negative comment, whatever. I mean, it's not that I don't care. It's just I appreciate anything you guys do, and you know, any kind of attention and love is fine by me. I want you guys to be honest. And if you really like my channel, subscribe. You know, just hit over 100 subscribers, and I appreciate any kind of love, and the more the better, you know, because I like to get the information out there. So let's jump into this card right here between Choclatito Gonzalez and Estrada. Now first, I'm just going to mention the co-main event because I know it's a big fight. But I don't follow women's boxing. I just don't. You know, I know a couple of the big names, but I don't know who's the best or anything like that. It's nothing against them. It's just, never really got into it. But I know we got a big one. It's a rematch for the undisputed title between Jessica McCaskill and Cecilia Brækhus. So that should be solid. So, you know, go check that rematch out because that's the co-main event. But the main event's going to be huge. It's another rematch. Again, Juan Francisco Estrada, the reigning and defending WBC super flyweight champion, taking on Roman Choclatito Gonzalez, the WBA champion, and former, what many people consider the pound-for-pound best fighter in boxing. Now, coming into this fight, Estrada's been on a roll. I mean, Estrada hasn't lost since the first fight with Rungvisai. He beat Rungvisai in a rematch in 2019 by a decision, and prior to that, his last defeat was to Choclatito back in 2012. He's only got 3 defeats on his whole resume. The first one was to some guy, I believe his name was Jorge Sanchez Jr. or something like that. Anyways, he beat that guy in a rematch. He knocked him out in a rematch. He's beaten Rungvisai, who beat him. The only guy who's beaten him, who he hasn't come back and beat, is Choclatito. And now, I believe Estrada's at his very, very best that he's ever been. And I think Estrada's coming in with revenge on his mind. And the winner probably has a third fight locked in with Rungvisai, because Rungvisai is the WBC's #1 contender. So I think Estrada and Rungvisai 3 would be great. The first fight, Rungvisai won by a close majority decision. The second fight, Estrada won. A little bit wider decision for him, but it was still close. 2 of the 3 judges had it 7 rounds to 5. So, you know, Estrada looking for that. He's looking for the revenge against Choclatito, though. This is big for Estrada. He really wants this win, and he's been on a roll. And he can unify belts with this win also. So there's 3 big things going on, but a win over Choclatito to get that on his resume, and he can say with a win that he's beaten every man he's ever been in the ring with and avenged all 3 of his defeats. So, you know, we're going to see from Estrada's side. Now, from Choclatito's side, I believe he's going in the underdog in this fight, and rightfully so, but he has beaten Estrada before. It was a long time ago, but he beat him. Choclatito has had a rebirth since the losses to Rungvisai. You know, he lost by a majority decision, then he got knocked out cold against him. You know, we didn't know how good Choclatito still was going to be after that. That fight really affected him. But then last year on the Mikey Garcia and Jesse Vargas undercard, he took on his name was something Unify, and he surprised a lot of people by outworking Unify and then knocking him out. And Unify was a very good fighter. So Choclatito is back and he's ready to play. And he's unifying belts in this fight against Estrada. And a win here puts him at the top of the division again and sets up a third fight and a chance at redemption against Rung Vizai. So big implications for the winner in this, fight. They're going to be at the top of the division with 2 belts and a golden win here. This win really puts Choclatito down as one of the best fighters of our generation. I mean, he already is, but to come back after those 2 losses to Rung Vizai, when everybody had written him off, to come back to this level and to beat a fighter like Estrada, even though he's beaten him before, Estrada is really at his best now. To beat him in a rematch now, unifying belts, and punch a ticket to even get a third fight with Rung Vizai is big. So can't wait to see it. That's on the 13th on DAZN. Now my prediction, I'm going with Estrada in this one. As much as I'm a Choclatito fan, and I was really into his comeback win against Unify last February, but Estrada, I think, is on game. He's on point. He's ready. And I think he wants this win badly. I think he's going to be focused. I think he gets this win and punches his ticket for a third fight. But a win here to erase all defeats on his resume, to avenge all 3 of them is big. And I think he wants that. So I'm going with Estrada. I think it's going to be a decision. I think it could end for a decision for Choclatito. I think either guy can knock the other guy out. So we're going to see what happens. But that's the big one. Saturday, March 13th on DAZN. Make sure you're checking it out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. True Boxing, you've been hit with the truth.